On NewsHour tonight. Low turnout in Osun Local Council polls as PDP wins all. Loss ignites sisters' bold plea for cancer awareness. Price of dates fluctuates in Kano ahead of Ramadan Fast. Rwanda government protests U.S. sanctions on top official linked to M23's violence in DR Congo. Good evening. Welcome to News Hour on Trust TV. I am Chiamaka Nwafo. The news. The People's Democratic Party (PDP) has won all chairmanship and councillorship seats in all the 30 local government areas in Osun State. The chairman of the Osun State Independent Electoral Commission, Hashim Abioye, announced the results in Osogbo on Saturday. He said the election was successfully concluded in compliance with constitutional provisions, excellent laws, regulations and guidelines. According to him, the election was conducted to fill the existing vacancies in the 332 council wards as well as 30 local government areas of the state, adding that 18 political parties participated. He said from the available result as obtained from the field, the candidates of the PDP in the 332 wards emerged as winners, adding that as the chief returning officer of the commission, he had returned them as duly elected councillors of their respective wards. For the 30 local government areas, he declared that the candidates of PDP cleared all the seats and as such have all been returned elected. Earlier, electorates voted to elect leaders in the third tier of government in the state despite the raging controversy on the leadership of the councils. Though the exercise witnessed low turnout of voters in many parts of the state, the process was smooth and largely peaceful. Ayimido Yegbade tells us more.
The Saturday local government election in Osun State was peaceful, with voting ending earlier in many parts of the state. Governor Ademola Adeleke cast his vote as early as 8 a.m. at Unit 9, Ward 2 in Ede North local government area of the state. After casting his vote in his hometown of Ede, Governor Adeleke expressed confidence in the electoral process and urged residents to maintain peace.
The process has been very peaceful. I made a broadcast to my good people of Osun State that this election should be peaceful. There should be no violence because Osun State is a very peaceful state, and in a state like that, it's been very peaceful.
However, late arrival of officials and election materials marred the process in many parts of the state.
I think the election went peacefully, and I thank the Almighty God for this. The atmosphere is calm and conducive for everybody. So I voted in my unit 10. Sudulere, Ward 4 should be local government.
Based on what we are seeing right now, everything is controversial, it's confusing. Some people are saying there is election, some people are there is no election, so I don't really know. I don't actually know what is going on.
But look of things, I believe things are going on as planned by OSEC. Everybody is casting their votes without any rancor, without any problem. People are trooping out, and everything is going on smoothly. So we thank Almighty Allah that we are experiencing peace and tranquility in the election.
Voting ended at past 10 in the morning, while the process was concluded around 11 a.m. Meanwhile, in the result for polling units 19 and 20 of Ward 4 in Osogbo local government, the People's Democratic Party (PDP) got 153 votes, while the All Progressive Congress got 3 votes. Amid Oyegbade, Trust TV News, Osogbo.
Still in Osun State, the chairman of the State Independent Electoral Commission, Hashim Abioye, has alleged that operatives of the Nigerian police force have arrested some staff of the commission who are on election duty across the state. Abioye made the claim in a statement issued via the commission's official X page on Saturday.
some of the areas in which materials are supposed to have arrived, and for the electorate for voters to cast their votes, we had report of police arresting our officials. I don't know the order on whose order that was made, because there is no court that made any order to have warranted the arrest of our officials. I want to assure people that for those who are still awaiting the arrival of our officials, I want to tell them that it's because the police arrested some of our officials for committing no crime at all. And for our people in the media community, I want to apologize for the inadequacy in the tags and the jacket, because we have enough. I can assure you that we have enough, but the police sealed up our office, and that was not warranted at all.
The People's Democratic Party, PDP stakeholders, have assured that the party will bounce back despite its internal wrangling that is causing disaffection among members. They said this during the Northeast Zonal Congress of the party held in Bauchi State. Trust TV's Adam Imam has the details.
The People's Democratic Party PDP delegates from Northeast region converged on Bauchi State with the hope of getting new leadership that will steer the ship of the party for the next 4 years. While describing the party as the only solution to Nigeria's problems, especially the current high rate of inflation that has caused a lot of hardship among Nigerians, the party delegates urged Nigerians to trust the PDP to take the country out of the woods.
When you travel across the country, you can always tell if you are in a PDP state. Look at Bauchi, go to Adama, go to other PDP states. You see things are lively. The governors are executing programs and policies. Mass police are paid.
This is the importance of every woman, and they will involving us in business like this, and it will yield a good result, and even in the engages so many women in politics.
The government of PDP will never bring this kind of action in Nigeria. So we are going to remove President Bola Tinubu. We will return him back to Lagos.
PDP in the next election come 2027, so that we will experience good governance as we experience in Adama State, in Taraba State, in Bauchi State. So I'm calling on the people of Nigeria to see the kind of action that we are facing and compare with what PDP has offered Nigeria then, and bring back PDP.
Shortly after casting their votes, the party leaders from the zone emerged with a renewed vigor to change the narrative of the party and by implication the zone and the country at large.
As a regional party chairman, as I solicit for your support and cooperation in discharging my duties, I will never trade the confidence you repose in me. I wish you join me on your home work team. Thank you.
This has said it all. I've always maintained that the PDP is the only democratic party. You can see internal democracy at work. We come here, we selected and elected our officers rank-free, and to say it all, they will continue with other zones, and by the time we have our national convention, you know that we are ready to take over this country.
Acting National Chairman and all 3 governors of the PDP from the zone, as well as National Assembly members, graced the Zonal Congress. Adam Imam, Trust TV News, Bauchi.
The National Working Committee of the All Progressives Congress APC has scheduled its National Caucus and National Executive Committee NEC meetings for Tuesday and Wednesday next week. The party's National Secretary, Surajuddin Bashiru, announced this in a notice issued on Friday night in Abuja. According to the notice, the National Caucus meeting will take place at the banquet hall of the Presidential Villa on Tuesday, while the National Executive Committee NEC meeting is scheduled for 10 a.m. on Wednesday at the party's National Secretariat, LL40 Blantyre Street, Wuse 2, Abuja. This meeting is convened in accordance with Articles 12.5 and 12.3 of the party's constitution, will address internal party matters and key national issues. A source confirmed that President Bola Tinubu has approved the meeting dates. As cancer continues to claim lives, one woman's story cuts deeply. Hussaina, whose twin sister lost her battle with cancer, shares the profound challenges of living with an irreplaceable loss. Hussaina opens up about the immense void left behind and her ongoing struggle to navigate life alone. Trust TV's Bello Musa brings us the story of loss, resilience, and the urgent need for change.
Used to be twin sisters until death separated them a couple of years ago. Hassana battled with cancer for years before her death.
When we discovered that she has the cancer, and we know it's really consuming, like financially, you know. So we are both working. She's working too, and we have other family members who are willing to support. She was like, we started the chemotherapy. You know, the drugs is a bit expensive, and it's every month thing. It's every month routine. So she was like, now that this thing is very, very expensive, how are we going to do it? I don't know that, why are you bothered about it? You are working, I'm working. So what's the big deal about it?
According to Hussaina, a twin sister to Hassana, managing a cancer patient has not been easy for the family.
A very traumatic moment, you know, looking at from chemotherapy, first of all. Even taking a drop of chemotherapy is a very, 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 very challenging situation. It entails a lot of things. Sometimes vomiting, you know, I don't even know how to put it. But the moment one is injected with that chemotherapy drugs, within the person will be down for like maybe, let's say 3 days, 4 days, it depends, maybe a week. So I know what it is. It's a very painful moment, because they have to undergo that kind of pains, vomiting, stooling, and other things.
Hassana and Hussaina were identical twins who enrolled together in the same school right from primary to secondary school. They were also in the same institution at the higher level, where they both studied mass communication. After their education, they got employment in the same media organization, sharing thoughts and ideas together. This still makes Hussaina still miss her sister.
But now that she's not here, I always have that feeling that something is really missing, because she has been there. She's the only person that I know that at any point, whatever she's doing, whether she's covering event or not, when I place a call, even if she didn't pick it at that point, it won't take her 2 minutes to return my call. But I always remember that now, it's not easy. Even sometimes I have something in my mind that I want to discuss, but she's not there.
Though she said she did not witness when they were born, but Hussaina witnessed the death of her twin sister Hassana as she died in her presence.
By that time, I was not even aware that she was gone. I was just trying to see maybe to revive her. That was just my effort. So I look for assistance. We lay her on the bed. We keep shaking her hands and leg, thinking that maybe she just fainted so that we can revive her. All the effort didn't work. So I have to call someone that's around to come and help me check. He checked and said, she's gone. I was like, gone to where? Say she's no more. It was a very peaceful transition because I watched it. There was no any kind of pain when she was leaving at that time. That was why I didn't even know what was happening. Because the kind of mindset I used to have about death that I've been hearing, anyway, I've never seen one personally. People talk about it, that people struggle before their death, but my sister's case is entirely different from what I've been hearing from people, because I've never experienced any.
To keep the memory of her sister alive and also share her experience of managing a cancer patient, Hussaina established an NGO to advocate for awareness and the mitigation of the cancer. Bello Musa, Trust TV News Kaduna.
12 people have lost their lives in a ghastly auto crash along the Lapai-Agea Road. An eyewitness said among the 4 women who died in the crash, 3 were from the same family. 3 other occupants, including 2 women and the driver, sustained varying degrees of injuries and were being treated at Lapai General Hospital. Reports say the crash resulted from a head-on collision between a Wema passenger bus carrying 15 people and a trailer at Nemi village on Saturday morning. The Niger State Sector Commander of the Federal Road Safety Corps, Kumare Sukwam, confirmed the accident but said his men were still at the scene of the accident to get an accurate report of the incident. The former Director General of the National Broadcasting Commission, NBC, Tom Adaba, is dead. Adaba died early on Saturday after a brief illness. The Secretary, Igbira Elders Forum Abuja, Adinoy Joe Anivasa, announced his death on behalf of the family to members of the public on Saturday in a statement. In this report, we take a look at his life and some memories he shared with Trust TV.
The late Adaba, who hails from Adavi local government of Kogi State, was born on July 2nd, 1941 and died at the age of 84. He was a pioneer Director General of the National Broadcasting Commission, NBC, which midwifed the deregulation and opening up of the broadcast space for private investors' participation. The ex-DG of the NBC was the first Nigerian to be honored as the president of the African Council for Communication Education between 1988 and 1992. Adaba, who once featured on Trust TV's Reminiscences, shed light on his teaching experience, which began in 1962 after being appointed a teacher at the Okene Teachers College by the then government of northern Nigeria.
You taught for a long time?
Well, I taught for 1 year, with my grade 3.
Yes.
Then I went into teachers college for the grade 2 in Okene Teachers College. And when I finished, the then government of northern Nigeria gave me an appointment to teach in that same school.
The same Okene where you were?
Yes, yes. And indeed, I was there for 64, 65. Because I was in the teachers college for 2 years, 62 to 63. 64, I began the teaching appointment in Okene Teachers College.
He was the first principal of NTA Television College in Jos, Plateau State from 1980 to 1987 and first PhD holder to be produced by the Department of Theatre Arts of the University of Jos in 1989. His first exposure to radio and TV was in Kaduna, where he was later recommended for overseas studies in the United States.
80. I attended the interview and they gave me the job and started from nothing.
From NTA Jos?
Yes.
To that job?
To NTA Television
NTA,
College.
Yes.
Started from nothing. Fortunately, NTA Jos was very, very helpful, in the courses that I ran. And I think it's my teaching experience that they looked at and they gave me that job. I don't know. But I started off from nothing. I was my messenger.
He was a community leader of note in Abira land in Kogi State and a devout Catholic. He is survived by his wife of 58 years, Teresa Eze Adaba, children and great-grandchildren.
President Bola Tinubu has mourned the first Director General of the National Broadcasting Commission, Tom Adaba, who passed on this Saturday. In a statement on Saturday by his spokesman, Bayo Onanuga, the president extended his heartfelt condolences to the Adaba's family, the government and the people of Kogi State over the demise of the media icon. Tinubu recognized Adaba's remarkable achievements as the first principal of the NTA Television College in Jos, the Plateau State capital. The president said Adaba contributed immensely to journalism practice in Nigeria, particularly in the broadcast industry. The president also paid tribute to Adaba's lifelong commitment to media development, mentorship, community service, and philanthropy. Son of General Sani Abacha, Nigeria's former military ruler Sadiq Abacha, has expressed admiration for his late father, stating that his leadership remains significant despite persistent scrutiny. Sadiq, in a Facebook post on Saturday, suggested that his father was a victim of jealousy and subtle betrayal, but insisted that his history would ultimately be kind to him. Sadiq's statement comes just days after the launch of the long-awaited memoir by former military President Ibrahim Babangida, which has triggered extensive discussions. A major highlight of the book is the controversial annulment of the June 12, 1993 presidential election, which Babangida admitted was won by MKO Abiola. The former leader disclosed that while he regretted the decision, the move was largely orchestrated by forces within his government, allegedly led by Abacha, without his full awareness. The late Abacha's government that lasted from 1993 is credited with economic stabilization and strong security policies. Allegations of corruption and human rights violations continue to shape his legacy. The chairman of the House of Representatives Committee on the Review of the 1999 Constitution, Benjamin Kalu, says none of the 31 requests it received for state creation met the constitutional requirements. Kalu, who is also the Deputy Speaker of the House, disclosed this during a two-day retreat for members of the committee in Ikotekpane, Akwa Ibom State, on Friday. The retreat served as a platform for reviewing pending amendment bills and strategizing on the next steps in the constitutional review process. Acknowledging the importance of state creation in Nigeria's governance discourse, Kalu noted that while the demands reflected the aspirations of various communities, they fell short of the legal criteria necessary for consideration. He said in response, the committee extended the deadline for submissions to March 5, 2025 to allow for further input and possible revisions. He further said, if need be, it can be extended further depending on the outcome of the retreat.
Although we have received 30 requests for state creation, none of these requests met the constitutional requirements for amendments. Therefore, we have since extended the submission date to 5th of March 2025. But this retreat could, in our resolution, extend it further if we find out that there are still challenges by the people we represent in their effort to make their voices heard.
You're still on to News Hour on Trust TV. Still to come. Price of dates fluctuates in Kano ahead of Ramadan Fast. More news when we return. Please do stay with us. Welcome back. Thank you for staying with us. Now a recap of our top stories. We told you that low turnout in Osun Local Council polls as PDP wins all. We also informed you that loss ignites sisters' bold plea for cancer awareness. Two more stories. Gunmen on Friday night stormed El Leon Paradise Ministry in Ogwashuku, Delta State during a vigil, shooting the pastor and abducting 6 church members in a brutal attack that has left the community in shock. The attack, which occurred around 10 p.m. at the church near Delta State Polytechnic, left Apostle Divine Omodia hospitalized with gunshot wounds. The attack has heightened concerns over security in religious centers, with residents calling on authorities to take swift action to rescue the abducted victims and bring the perpetrators to justice. His wife, Faith Omodia, recounted the terrifying ordeal, stating that the attackers fired indiscriminately into the church auditorium. Delta State Police Command is yet to confirm the incident. A teacher at Aliyu Mustafa Academy in Jamaica has allegedly tortured a student, Jafar Bashiru, for eating a mango fruit within the school premises. According to eyewitnesses, the teacher's brutal beating of Jafar left him battered and bruised. The incident occurred during break time when Jafar was caught eating a mango by the teacher. Jafar's father, Bashiru Haman, who arrived at the school school to confirm his son's school fees payment was horrified to find his son being beaten mercilessly. The state government and the Adamawa Police Command have both confirmed the incident and launched separate investigations into the matter. Jafar is currently receiving medical treatment for his injuries as his family seeks justice for the brutal treatment he received at the hands of his teacher. Still in the Northeast, the Borno State government has reiterated its commitment to prioritizing long-term humanitarian solutions to the insurgency crisis in this state. A representative of the state government stated this during the distribution of food palliatives and cash donations to flood victims in Maiduguri in collaboration with World Food Programme, Africa Development Bank and other partners. The $1 million funded intervention aimed to address the rising cost of food and economic hardship targeted more than 120,000 households in Yobe, Adamawa and Borno State who were displaced in 2024. Governor Zulum, represented by Kura Merman, commended partners for the interventions and revealed that his administration is focusing on agriculture and development in its post-insurgency recovery programs to ensure that settled communities build their resilience and enjoy the restored peace.
This money that is being donated by the WFP will be judiciously utilized with the leadership of Borno State government. So this effort is also part of the solutions that we want to bring. We are trying to make sure that we desist from shorter-term, non-sustainable humanitarian solutions to venture into longer-term and durable solutions.
Now, you all know the devastating floods that hit Maiduguri. Our responsibility in World Food Program was to move fast. And I'm really proud to say that under the leadership of Emmanuel, our head of office, we moved fast. Within 24 hours, we were getting hot meals out to needy people in Maiduguri, and we scaled that up to 70,000 people within 48 hours.
So we are going to do a lot more of this. In the medium term, of course, as David said, the important thing to do is to really boost productive capacities to ensure that when emergencies happen, people have what it takes to adjust, but also people have what it takes to ensure that they minimize the impact.
Of course, I'm very, very happy. And I'm happy on behalf of all the beneficiaries of all Maiduguri who benefited from this gesture. And we also hope that this gesture will be extended for at least 5 more months.
Over in Taraba State, the Committee on Recovery of Cows and Sheep has recovered no fewer than 222 rustled cows and apprehended several suspected rustlers. The committee chairman, Aminu Jauru, attributed the feat to effective security intelligence and collaborative efforts between security operatives, local hunters, and council chairman of Jalingo, Ertokola, and Gaso local government areas. Here's more in this report.
According to Jauro, 198 cows have so far been reunited with their rightful owners, while the remaining livestock are being held pending ownership verification. While praising Governor Kefas for his instrumental support, which has been crucial to the committee's achievement, Jauro also emphasized the importance of residents providing security agencies with credible information to combat crime.
On behalf of this all-important committee that was set up by the state government and was giving directives on cows that have been recovered, totaling 222, and the committee were given a mandate to source, identify, verify, assure the real genuine owners of these cattle and hand them over to them. For the last 4 weeks, this committee, in collaboration with the security agencies, have been working assiduously, including the military intelligence. We have been working assiduously to ensure that we justify the confidence reposed on us by this government.
State Chairman of Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria, Ibrahim Barewa, expressed gratitude to the governor for his commitment to addressing cattle rustling.
Na tsaya in nuna godiya ga Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
The teamwork and strong collaboration between the committee and the security agencies made the recovery a successful one. Therefore, I appeal for continuous synergy between the relevant stakeholders. Barewa urged herders and the public to cooperate with the government and security agencies to eliminate criminal elements from the state. Some owners of the recovered animals expressed appreciation to the committee and called for more effort in that regard.
With just a few days to the commencement of the Ramadan Fast, price of dates and edible sweet fruit recommended for breaking the fast has started fluctuating as demand is expected to go up in the next few days. Prices of other ingredients essential in preparing Ramadan meals are, however, stable in Kano State. Here's more in this report.
Date, locally known as dabino, sweet and rich in fiber, is usually eaten to break the fast. Traders at Masalachin Page said the bag of dates goes for as high as 205,800 naira, while amudu is sold at 8,000 or 7,000 naira, depending on the variety.
You know, sometimes the price is low and then it increases later. But right now, there are signs that the price won't go beyond 8,000 naira.
Abubakar Ilyasu, who brings his dabino from Algeria, says the price fluctuates, but hopes it stabilizes ahead of the Ramadan Fast.
What I'm telling you is that the price is rarely fixed. We might travel to buy it and find that the price is higher than what we paid earlier.
Sadi Salusu, a resident, thinks the price is okay now, but it may be high during the Ramadan Fast.
I bought just 200 naira worth of the dates, and I was given a little more than 10 dates. And I think the price is fair, but it could get high during Ramadan.
In the meantime, the price of tamarind, locally known as tsamia, which is also a basic ingredient for making a local drink, kunun tsamia, is stable. At Rimi Market, Yamudu is sold at 1,800 naira.
The reason is that during the fasting, people will use it a lot, which is why the price has increased.
Muslims abstain from eating and drinking during the Ramadan fast from dawn to sunset, making fruits like dabino very essential. Ahmad Datti, Trust TV News, Kano.
The National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NARCON, and Mashriq Al-Dahabia, the Saudi Arabian company contracted to serve Nigerian pilgrims during the 2025 Hajj, has signed an amended contract agreement. Speaking during a press briefing on Saturday, the chairman of NARCON, Abdullahi Usman Zali, said the amended agreement would mean the Mashriq Al-Dahabia would no longer cater for the 95,000 intending pilgrims from Nigeria, but for the 52,000 pilgrims that the commission anticipates would partake the exercise. The company had claimed that NARCON only allowed it to register 26,287 on Saudi Arabia's Nusuk system for international pilgrim services, while calling for a meeting to dialogue on the breach between 20 days of its letter, vowing that failure would resort to a court arbitration. But NARCON responded that it split the number of pilgrims the company would serve during the pilgrimage due to some operational challenges it identified and to prevent monopoly in Hajj affairs. But at Saturday's briefing, the chairman said Mashriq Al-Dahabia, led by its CEO Muhammad Hassan, visited Nigeria for a courtesy visit and also to sign the amended agreement, adding that both parties have settled all issues on the contractual agreement. The immediate past governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, Godwin Ifeanyi has again distanced himself and his immediate family from ownership of property said to have been forfeited to the federal government on the order of the Federal High Court in Lagos. While admitting that part of the assets belonged to his relatives, Emefiele stated emphatically that neither he nor his immediate family owned the properties in question. His clarification on the properties ordered to be forfeited to the federal government on Friday, February 21, was contained in a press statement issued in Abuja by Olawale Fakwa on behalf of his legal team. Among other points, the former governor of the CBN stated that a company, Deep Blue Energy Limited, established in 2009, is owned by his relative and not himself, as been peddled in the media. According to him, Justice Aneke of the same Federal High Court, Ikoyi, Lagos, had previously discharged an interim forfeiture order on the same assets now ordered to be forfeited by Justice Yelim Bogoro. Mefele warned those associating him and his family with the assets to stop doing so in the interest of fairness. Social injustice and inequality have been identified as two phenomena that hinder a country's progress, coupled with the selfish interest of a few individuals within the said society. To this end, the United Nations had designated February 20th as the World Day of Social Justice to raise awareness about how it can be strengthened for a better society. Trust TV's Adamu Imam reports.
Some Nigerians describe social justice as a cornerstone of a sustainable pathway to living in peace and harmony with one another, irrespective of their differences. A group of legal practitioners in Bauchi State shared their experiences as part of their contributions marking the day.
And there must be justice to the society, which law has been violated, and so on and so forth. Even there must be justice to the accused person. So that justice, even if the court delivered justice one way or the other, we will still be seeing it as if justice has not been done to one part or the other. But automatically, if we are talking about court justice, Nigerian justices are trying and justice is being done, but there's no way we perceive justice in the same way all the time.
Women are facing a lot of harassment, actually. We are facing a lot of harassment. Even in workplace, we face a lot of harassment in the workplace. There's always this inequality in our workplace where women work. You hardly see women. It is now that we are seeing women are leading. They are being put in positions to hold positions. Unlike before, they don't even see us. We've not been heard. But I think now society is trying to adjust.
However, some believe that injustice cannot be tackled overnight due to the complexity of society, especially in Nigeria, where multi-ethnic and social backgrounds play a vital role in decision-making.
We, the leader, maybe any emir, or you will see that there is no social justice. Now, for instance, the government use those kingmakers or use the kings or use the emirs in order to channel a lot of things. By the time when the government wanted to assist its citizens through the emirs will now capture everything without sharing among the citizens.
Ya danganta ne daga son zuciya da kuma rashin tausayi.
Honestly, injustice depends on the circumstances created by both leaders and followers. Each group has a crucial role to play in ensuring justice prevails. When insincerity and lack of truthfulness become the norm, I believe people should blame themselves for any injustice they suffer, since we have abandoned God in all our actions. Meanwhile, experts say strengthening a sustainable future and ensuring economic benefit for everyone, especially the most vulnerable, require a holistic approach that integrates environmental sustainability with social justice. Adam Imam, Trust TV News, Bauchi.
We go to the Northwest, where Governor of Jigawa State, Umar Namadi, has officially launched the Women Da'wah program, an initiative aimed at promoting religious enlightenment, family values, and community harmony among women in the state. The Women Da'wah program, which is a collaborative effort between the Jigawa State Government, the State Council of Ulama, and other religious and community leaders, seeks to educate women on Islamic teachings, enhance their roles in family and community development, and promote peaceful coexistence based on the principles of justice, kindness, and mutual respect. Trust TV's Ali Rabiu has the report.
Under the program, 574 women were selected from various parts of the state. Speaking at the flag-off ceremony in Dutse, Governor Namadi emphasized the crucial role of women in shaping the moral and ethnical foundations of society, noting that the program is designed to empower women with Islamic knowledge, strengthen family ties, and encourage righteous living among the citizens. Governor Namadi stressed the religious obligation of men to support and guide women, quoting the Quranic verse, "Men are the caretakers of women," and also referencing the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, last sermon, in which he urged men to treat women well and be kind to them.
Let me call on all the participants to embrace and support the implementation of the Women Dawah program with open heart and mind. All those involved in the implementation of the program should assiduously work together as a team to support the all-round development of our women and build a brighter future for families, communities, and the larger society. A future where women will play greater roles in our pursuit for social and societal reorientation and as well as transformation.
He commended the state's Ministry of Women Affairs and Social Development for its dedication to the success of the program, while acknowledging the key role played by his wife, Hajia Hadiza Umar Namadi, in championing the initiative. The governor also lauded the State Council of Ulama and the Technical Working Group for their efforts in developing the program's framework and materials. Governor Namadi urged all participants to embrace the program wholeheartedly, stressing the importance of sincerity, good character, and patience in da'wah activities, and encouraged them to embody the teaching of the Holy Quran. On her part, the First Lady Hajia Hadiza Umar Namadi said efforts are on to ensure that women in Jigawa State learn the obligations of their religion as part of what inspired them.
Where today we launch the first Women Dawah program in Jigawa State, first of its kind. What inspired me is that women contribute the majority of votes in Jigawa State. So one good turn deserves another. So I intend to empower them, to give them hope by empowering them through education so that they will be able to serve their Allah, their Rabb in an appropriate way.
The Commissioner Ministry of Women Affairs and Social Development, Hajia Hadiza Abdulwahab, who facilitated the program under her office, said the main objective is to boost literacy levels among rural communities.
Change agent to change the society, to go to the grassroots and change the lack of knowledge that is there in the rural areas. And as you can see when they were reading the overview, the one of the agreement is to actually select a community where there is no Islamia. And subsequently, we are going to use those women in the grassroots to use them for multiple issues. So our expectation, I want them to be committed, dedicated, and be endurance.
The Women Da'wah program is expected to provide structured learning sessions, mentorship, and outreach activities aimed at fostering spiritual growth, family stability, and social harmony in Jigawa State. From Jigawa, Ali Rabiu Ali, Trust TV News.
In business, the Senator representing Rivers West Senatorial District, Ikmalibo Harry Banigo, has called for an investigation into the recent explosions at various NNPCL facilities within OML-18 affecting Boni and Degema local government areas. The most recent explosion occurred on Thursday around Boni's Cawthorne Channel, following a similar incident reported just 2 weeks ago in Bukama Agum in Degema local government area. Senator Harry Banigo, who described the frequency of these incidents as alarming, said the recurrence of these fire outbreaks within the same OML-18 location in such a short time is deeply troubling, adding that any responsible society, organization or institution should consider this a matter of grave concern. Senator, who is the immediate past Deputy Governor of Rivers State, urged NNPCL, the operators of OML-18, to launch a comprehensive investigation into the explosions. She demanded that the probe must identify both the immediate and underlying causes of the explosions and fires, as well as their impact on the environment and the livelihoods of host communities. On the foreign scene, Rwanda's government on Friday confirmed solidarity with the top officials sanctioned by the U.S. over violence in eastern Congo, where Rwanda-backed rebels M23 have captured two major cities in an armed conflict that now threatens the Congolese government. Rwanda's government described the sanctions against General James Kabarebe, a deputy minister of foreign affairs, as unjustified and unfounded. Responding to the sanctions, Rwanda's government said in a statement that such action makes no contribution toward long-term security, peace and stability for all the countries of the Great Lakes region. Sanctions against Kabarebe are a blow to Rwanda, which for years have evaded the international community's punishment over its aggression in neighboring Congo. The first sign of Washington's evolving policy toward Rwanda came last year when the U.S. described M23 as a Rwanda-backed group and asked Rwandan authorities to remove their missile systems from Congolese territory. The sanctions announced Thursday finger Rwanda as the primary force behind M23, whose fighters now say they want to overthrow Congolese President Felix Tshisekedi. Now it's time for sports updates with Adini Ajishafe.
Wicked Spikers of Bauchi have emerged champions of 2025 President Beach Volleyball Championship at the Murtala Mohammed Square, Kaduna, beating Nigerian Correctional Service in 2 straight sets. Defending champions Kada Kings secured third-place win over Anista team from Jos, 2-0. In the women's category, Kada Emirates showcased their skills, triumphing over Adamawa Spikers with a similar scoreline of 2-set wins. Gikure Babes of Abuja defeated Destiny Hands 2-0 for third. The Beach Volleyball Championship had tough competition in the junior categories. In the boys under 17, Kada Prince claimed victory over Young Eagles, while Young Eagles came second place. Refiners Spikers beat Gikwe team to reach third. In the under 17 girls, Golden Spikers of Adamawa outperformed Young Eagles of Kaduna. Refiners team secured third place, edging out Musa Rifkatu's team 2-1. President Nigerian Volleyball Federation Engineer Musa Nimrod thanked Kaduna State government for facilitating the event and contributing towards grassroots development of beach volleyball in Nigeria. And in football, for the second year running, Remo Stars ladies are Ogun State FA Cup winners after a resounding 4-0 win over Casmok Football Academy at Dipodino Stadium in Djibouti. 4 goals in the first half propelled the Sky Blue ladies to back-to-back state FA Cup victory. Makati Adebisi scored the opener in the 15th minute from a free kick. Arubo Oluwaseyi doubled the lead from Subomi Gugudele's assist before Blessed Isibo made it 3-0 for Wemimo Matthew's side. In the 38th minute, it was the turn of Kafaya Al-Bashiru to head home Makati's corner kick. The win extends Remo Stars' unbeaten run in all competitions this season to 7 games, including 6 in the league. Remo Stars Lady and Casmo Football Academy will represent Ogun State at the women's category of 2025 President Federation's Cup. That's Sport News. I'm Adeni Ajishafe.
Before we go, here's a kicker. Things looked bad for Francis Thoyer when the event planner lost his income and became a shark meat seller. But that led to a moment that has since become a win-win for him and his community.
I bumped that report that was done by the Griffith County, my report on malnutrition. So it bumped my head, and of course I looked at the number of children dying, the number of women dying. Why? Because of malnutrition issues. any fish is good for human consumption. It's all now the way we eat fish, okay? Because most of us are very much interested in the flesh only. So we throw the bones, we throw the head, we throw the fins, and throw everything. So we usually throw the most nutritious part and eat what's not most important for us, okay? So the critical part was, now, if fish is to be eaten as a whole, what is the formula? So then, of course, after several trials, making a trials until last year in February, that's the time we got the best formula for the production of the cookie. It came out very plain. It came out with all the nice smell that we wanted.
This project is carrying all the value chains of this county. You have the cassava, pineapple, the fish, and all that. This is the first time one project is actually benefiting the community in all the value chains that are there. So we see a lot of employment, we see a lot of improvement in the nutrition of the communities, as well as money generation in one package.
And that concludes News Hour tonight on Trust TV. For more of our news programs and documentaries, do want to follow us on our social media platforms and on our YouTube live stream. I am Chiamaka Nwafo. Thank you for joining us tonight. Good night.